Joined by Tusculum head coach Brandon Steele after his Pioneers make it 8 in a row with a 13-5 victory over Young Harris. Coach, once again, up and down the lineup, guys contributing, guys getting hits, guys getting on base, scoring runs.
Yeah, it's the old school baseball. Get them on, get them over, get them in. And our guys are buying into what we're needing them to do to be a productive offense, and to see the number of people we have in the lineup constantly changing. Everybody that gets in there has been able to be a functioning part of that offense. It's pretty exciting for what this group can do if we continue to execute at that level.
Another quick start, second straight game, 6 runs in the first inning. You took advantage of mistakes. It was a ground ball. It could have been a double play and end the inning with no runs. They make an error. You guys take advantage, score 6 runs. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we were very fortunate today as far as the number of runs that we were given, as far as some of the mistakes that were made on the Young Harris side. If they play clean baseball, the outcome's a little bit closer than it was. Probably a 1-run game. But that's what we have to do is be opportunistic. If somebody gives us something, we have to make sure that we make them pay, because that's the point of emphasis for us on our defensive side, is to make sure that we don't give up unearned runs and walks and all the freebies. And when we win those battles, we're in a better position to have a chance to win.
Zane Keener dropped down to the 6th spot in the lineup today. He was on base 5 times. Will Samuelson had a big game out of the 8th spot in the order. Getting production from guys down there like that, just there's no rest for the pitchers.
Yeah, and that's kind of what the mindset was today, is trying to lengthen the lineup a little bit and kind of put some guys in different spots they're not used to. And Zane, early in the year was hitting the 2, and Murph was anywhere from 3 to 5 fours. So by putting those guys down, it just makes it a tougher lineup top to bottom, to give us a chance to not have 1, 2, 3 innings to constantly make the other team's defense work and their pitcher work.
Billy Quinn gave you almost 5 innings today, right around 70 pitches, but he kind of built on what he did against Carson Newman when he came in relief, throwing strikes and getting outs, and just he's looking good.
Yeah, I thought he really competed and was competitive. I don't think his stuff was as sharp as any of us would have liked, but the fact that he was out there on the mound and gave us a chance by getting to strike one early and forcing contact to give our defense a chance to make plays. And the fear was that he hadn't pitched, I think, in 13 days. I think Coach Allen said, because last time he pitched was Carson Newman. The same thing with Willett, is just with the shorter weekend that we had and not having midweek last week, we really need to get those guys out there, and for them to perform the way we did and to still have the win is huge for us to build momentum going into this weekend.
And a lot of that's a byproduct of a good problem to have. Guys who have been pitching well. You've gotten great work from the starters. The relievers, Nelson came in today and looked pretty good for the first couple innings. That's a good problem to have when you got a lot of guys who are throwing strikes for you.
Yeah, it always keeps the defense on their toes, ready to play and compete for you. The last thing you want is to have a guy out there and have a 40-pitch inning. So for us to get to strike one, as early as possible is something we really stress. And again, going back to the freebies, is getting it over the plate, not trying to be so fine, and forcing the other offense to swing the bat to give us a chance to make some outs. And we had the opportunity, I think, to turn 3 double plays today. We didn't quite get them all, but that's because of our pitching. We're forced to put the ball in play.
8 in a row for the Pioneers. They'll start conference play this weekend against UVA-Wise. For more on today's game, visit TusculumPioneers.com.